When you're talking about frame data, right, and you're talking about like things like Palutena, like forward air, you mean like this? It's -3 on block. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So what that means is essentially just how safe your move is or isn't when done perfectly on shield. I think Jelly and Ultimate Frame data. It's like if the move is I don't think it factors in staleness, or it might be. I think it's actually when it's a fresh move as well. So it's -3 if it's done perfectly to the ground, like literally the frame above the ground. When the move is completely fresh, because a lot of moves lose like a frame or two of safety when you keep spamming them. Like if you hit someone shield like Palutena's fair like 5 times,
Hmm.
especially higher damage moves, it might lose like a frame of safeness, be like -4, even -5. Um,
Ah.
that's like an interesting thing you should keep in mind about spamming like a move. Like back here is actually a good example of this, where it hits pretty hard at 12%, 14.4% actually if you full hop it and it's 1v1. So if you do that like 5 times and it sounds like 10%, it's probably like -7 on block. And
Hmm.
you have to keep in mind that's like at perfect height. So a lot of times I kind of give myself with aerials in particular a leeway of 2 frames versus -3. I assume I'm gonna actually hit it a lot of times when I do it low to the ground because of human error at like -5, -6 height, like 2 to 3 frames more lag than it should be.
Right.
Assuming I like
Uh,
auto cast setup. So anyway, but what does it actually mean? Obviously, because that's just throwing out numbers. So if you hit someone's shield and it's -3, that means that they can act 3 frames before you can. And there's a few numbers you have to know when factoring this in, and like how important that is. Because -3 is really safe, by the way. Technically
yeah.
your opponent can act first. It's really safe. And in this game, shield drops 11 frames. So if your opponent, if you start with a -3 on block move, but then they just let go of shield, I think I told this before, but it takes 11 frames to drop it. So that means you can act 8 frames before they can if they do shield drop into anything. Shield drop into another shield drop into a jab. That basically means they try to do shield drop and you dash attack them afterwards. Frame 6 dash attack. You will hit them
Hmm.
every time no matter what they do, which is why like forward or dash attack is it's a risky but like really good option to overwhelm people if they're trying to press buttons.
Oh,
But
I didn't know that.
yeah, but jumping, however, is 3 frames in this game, like jump squats, and you can't do anything during jump squat. You can't like attack during. You can buffer the attack, but it won't come out until the jump squat's over. So if you hit someone with a -3 on block move and they do like a jump there, say it's like I don't know, like a Palutena is nearest frame 5, right?
Yeah.
So you actually can both act on the same frame. Like you can the person who jumped can start their attack on the same frame that you can start shielding. Which means if you had an attack that's faster than like this 5 frame neutral air, which you don't as Palutena, but like let's say someone had something slower, like it was like Ridley with like frame 7 or so neutral air, you
Hmm.
could actually forward air, and then you could like dash attack and potentially catch him as he's trying to do neutral air because of jump squat and the startup on their move.
Really? Huh.
And so that you have to know internally. Show drop is 11 frames. Jumping for everyone is 3 frames. What else do you have to know? Um, all grabs in this game, when you do a show grab, have 4 frames more startup. So let's say this Palutena's grab, right? It's frame 7. So that means in the Ditto, hit Palutena's show with -3 forward air. It's already safe on blocks. You can't even grab you for this.
Hmm.
But let's say it was something like this down air on block, -7. And you did interface. You'd think she can grab you, right? Because this is frame 7 startup, down air is -7, right?
Right.
But there is 4 extra frames attached to shield grab in this game for every character shield grab. So that means this frame 7 grab out of shield becomes frame 11. So you can actually down air someone's shield and they try shield grabbing you. That means you have time to shield or roll or spot dodge or jump or dash.
Huh.
But
So, so basically, what you're saying is like because of like shield drop being 11 frames, technically something like forward air would be plus on block.
if they try dropping shield, yes. Which remember, that's only if they let go of the shield button specifically. That's not if they like jump or shield grab or an up smash or up B.
Oh, only if they let go of the shield button.
Yes, shield drop is only if they like just let go of the shield button and don't do anything out of it, which is why I'm going over like the other things you can do. Because generally, shield drop is the worst thing you can do in this game. When your shield's getting hit, it depends obviously, and like parrying is really good because parrying. So parrying removes all those shield drop frames and gives you 3 frames faster out of shield like action. Like let's say this forward air once again, you hit someone with forward air, it's
Hmm.
-3. But if someone were to drop shield after you do it, it's +8 for you. But if someone parries it, that 11 frames is gone. It's now instant. And your move is, I think it's just universally like 3 frames, like more, like you can act 3 frames faster than normally. So this move is now -6, meaning you can punish it with like a quick attack. Like in a Ditto, I could dash attack you if I did parry on your forward air, no matter what you spaced it at. I could dash attack you out of shield. If
Right,
I
but
parry.
unless you parry, like, don't you have to shield drop in order to do anything though?
Well, shield drop is specifically referring to when you let go of shield. So,
Right.
and that means, so what a shield drop does not, what does not count as a shield drop is when you jump out of shield, when you grab, when you roll, spot dodge, up B, and up smash. All those things do not count as a shield drop.
Huh.
So
So
all,
like when you're shielding, do you have to like keep holding shield while you do another shield option in order for it to not count as a shield
actually
drop?
no, you don't have to. You can actually let go of shield, and during your shield drop, you can actually jump or roll whatever you want and cancel it.
Oh, it still doesn't count as a shield drop.
Yes, like let's say like once again the forward air, right? Hit your shield with forward air, and you start dropping it. Like, because
Uh,
what happens a lot of times people go for parries, and they let go of the shield trying to get the parry, and then they jump. So if they get the parry, they can during like the parry freeze frame realize they got the parry and then do something like a dash attack or a forward smash.
mhm.
But and because of like the freeze, like the buffer doesn't really like because the parry freeze when it's like not versus projectile. Generally, the game stays frozen for quite a bit of time, longer than the buffer window normally. So
Okay.
they can react and go, oh, with like an attack. But if they don't get the parry and end up just dropping because it was like they dropped shield too late, people are already like kind of buffering the jump option. So they like a frame or two of shield drop and then start jumping. And then that's what like the air shield option is now. It's not they did a shield. They jumped out shield pretty much. Or you can same thing with rolling, up smashing, whatever. Which
Okay.
yeah, you see that a lot, and it can be a little bit confusing for sure. But when you play around with kind of like going for parries and kind of doing the parries a bit later than earlier, so you don't accidentally get hit, you'll see what I mean. Which is why a lot of people will like a lot of the players kind of look for those parries a lot because of how the shield options work in this game.
Okay. I was
And
just
then
wondering because I heard that I think it was from a J Tails video that he said that holding shield while pressing like up B, like cloud up B at a shield, for example, is not the same thing as dropping shield and then doing up B.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But,
Actually, I'm gonna no, no, I'm gonna double check your training mode right now, but
okay.
I'm pretty sure that's like I'm pretty sure if I drop shield and they're in like frame 5 of like that shield drop, I up B as cloud. It will basically cancel the shield drop with the up B.
So
So I
it's the
think that's
same thing.
actually wrong. Speaking of up B and stuff, up B and up smash, roll, spot dodge, have no extra frames added to it. So like what you see is what you get. Let's see if
Say
I
that
hold
again?
shield and I do drop shield 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, no, he's wrong. Because I just tested it. I just dropped shield on frame like 3. I started doing that B and it just came out.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I was just wondering about that.
Yeah. And then for everything else, it's kind of what it says in the tin can. If a move says -10 on block and you have like an up B that comes out frame 10, high cloud, then it will punish. If you have an up smash, it comes out frame 7 and the move is like -6. Assuming your opponent shields as soon as the move like hits your block, the up smash will get blocked by them.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so so that's just the numbers you have to keep in mind. Otherwise, it's simple math. Whatever a move says is minus. You find a move that is fast enough to punish the minus. Or like if a move is technically safe, like say the back air, right? It's -5, and
Yeah.
Palatin's Nair is -5. Actually, no, okay. That's fair. Fair versus you try Nair shield. But if the opponent tries rolling, even though the forward air is -3, if they try hitting you shield and rolling afterwards, your 5 frame neutral air. Actually, let's say the back air again because we've got jump squad. So like they do this back air, right? -5, and your Nair is frame 5 plus 3 frames jump squat, so it comes out frame 8 as a punish. But if they try rolling backwards instead, the backwards roll comes out frame 5, invincibility wise, meaning they would get punished by your neutral air if they rolled.
So, do you think that using like fair on field and then like Flare or something is a good option because of that?
Yeah, neutral air can be really good because what happens a lot with like Palutena is you neutral air out of shield, and if someone holds shield, you try to like drift forward and behind them with neutral air and cross them up as much as possible so they can't hit you. There are some exceptions, obviously. Um, yeah, and then like if they try rolling or whatever, you just hit them with that. They try jumping, you hit him because you act first, etc., etc. So like they have to choose a defensive option, which has to be shield in that situation if they're too close to you and they hit your shield.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because usually I just like if I get my forward area gets blocked or something, I'll just like roll away. But I don't really think about that. Like I don't really think about like being able to attack for that.
Yeah, yeah, and it depends on the move. Like if someone like if you forward or someone and like it's spaced really well, like at max range, I just see a lot during the lessons, right? Where it's like I forward you, you block it, and then like I'm at so far a range that you can't actually hit me with anything as shield. Like your rising aerials won't connect, your up smash won't connect, so I can do another attack immediately. You would just jump fair again, dash attack you, whatever, because I spaced so well.
Right.
And
That
and if
makes
you hit
sense.
my shield though, and you're not spacing it too well, I can just punish you because if you try pressing anything that isn't shield, I just hit you.
Right. So is that why you see like a lot of Jutsu players they'll do air, they get shielded, they'll just jab after like their jab is like
Yep. So her jab is frame 1. Where is it?
right.
Yeah, frame 1, and then the nair is -2. Yeah, that means that there, unless you parry and do like parry jab, nair into jab is what I'll call a jail. Like you're in jail, you can't get it. You gotta hold this. If you try dropping shield, you're getting hit every time. If you try jumping, you're getting hit. If you try doing literally anything that isn't maybe with like a frame through like up B, you could like trade that. I'm not sure there's any up Bs that have frame 3 in the first place. Maybe like Mario or Luigi. But yeah,
Right.
that's why they do that because it's just they have to block it. Greninja has the same thing. Hit his nair is like -2, I think. So you see a lot of Greninja players go for okay, frame 3 jab. Yeah, nair is -3. So okay, no, that's not the same thing. That doesn't completely jab. It could it's something that does, but it's still really good pressure when you have things like that. That's why a lot of like these really safe up close moves into like a really fast jab can be really good
Right.
because even if someone can jump out of shield in this situation, if they can't attack fast enough and your jab can cover their jump, then you're gonna hit them for pressing a button.
Right. It's like -2. It's still being safe.
Yeah, and that's assuming they're perfect. If people are slow in their shield options, which happens a lot, you might catch
Yeah.
people with some stupid things.
Especially out of line.
Yeah, exactly. Especially online, people, unless people like buffering things really like, preemptively, they're gonna get caught all the time messing up.
Right. But like Palutena doesn't have like a super fast jab, so um,
Yeah, so she can't do that. She can do like fair and then like try like nair because then nair is pretty fast, and a lot of people miss their punish on like don't attack fast enough to do anything about that. Or check spaces. The fair, it's really safe. But yeah, Palutena can't really like hit shield into hit shield like over and over as like a trap.
Right.
Also, yes, Mario could like up B between like Zero Suit doing their jab, and it would like trade, and Luigi could not.
Huh. Okay, yeah. Because her jab's like frame one. So
Yeah, Mario
they
just has
pretty
a.
much have to
Mhm.
make that unless you're Mario or something.
Exactly, yeah, or you parry once again. Which even if they go for something more committal, like let's say they go for like a forward smash after parrying, it's still not gonna be fast enough because like frame 15. If you're narrow from being -3 to -6 because of the parry, and they do frame 15 move, it doesn't matter. That's why
Right.
some moves are like really busted for spacing, like Zero Suit Nair, Cloud back air, because Cloud's back air is -3 on block, but it's big range. So if you parry it, and it's like -6. Most characters can't quite cover that range quick enough.
Right. That's why he has like back air forward tilt, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Because like if you parry it back here and he's at forward tilt range, chances are you're still getting hit by the forward tilt. If you don't have like Palutena dash attack.
Yeah, I think I saw that happen to MK Leo.
Yeah.
Ultimate Furry too. He carried back air and still got hit by the forward tilt.
Yep. Especially if like you're laying the punch. Like if you parry something but your punish isn't fast enough, then you don't really get to use the parry frames. Yeah.
Right. It's yeah, such a good brain.
But then almost all the time, if someone does something like that, like back air into forward tilt, nair into jab, most of those moves are pretty punishable. Like Cloud's forward tilt's -16 on block. So you could actually do like shield drop, and if you have a really fast dash, like punish. If you have like a jump aerial that goes far, you can punish. If you have like a jump projectile, you could do like jump like say charge out Samus and punish probably. If you have like a tether grab, you could punish. So,
Right.
but yeah, a lot of those kind of things are punishable. If I look at Zero Suit again, I think your jab's like -20 on jab 3. -19, yeah. -27, never mind, yeah. So that moves like, you up smash her if she does that. Kind of lag.
Wait, jab 3 is -20.
-27 right here. So like if she does Nair jab 3, you can charge an up smash with a lot of characters for a punish.
Wow.
So that's oftentimes the risk of that kind of stuff is those things tend to be really laggy.
So if I'm Zero Suit and I'm doing their jab, should I maybe not do the third hit?
Um yeah, you have to mix it up. Like if you see someone shield it, you can always mix up between like jab 1, 2, and 3. Although I'll be honest, as a good player, online not so much, but offline I can kind of go like, all right, you're doing jab. Oh, you stopped doing the jab, and just because you stop after like jab 1 or jab 2, it doesn't mean you can shield right away. You have to like wait for a certain point in the animation, and there's enough lag to react to that and punish with an up smash still if I see you canceling the jab early.
Right. So it's very committal either way.
Yes, exactly. It's it's still worth going for it because people are gonna mess up. There are like there's a pretty late window for you to like do jab 2 and then jab 3, but I think good players especially won't let you get away with that too often.
Right. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything more you wanted to discuss on that, or should we play?
I think that's good. I think the only other thing worth mentioning is that um, lots of projectiles put you in situations where like the person using it is plus on block, and it's hard to really judge a projectile well. Like for example, it says fireball -23 on block, but this is assuming up close, like in your face. First frame of the move is 23 on block, -23 on block. But like say Mario does this, and it's like from a distance where it's like now sitting on frame 46 instead of frame 17 of the move. That fireball is now gonna be hitting your shield after he can move. So like he can basically press you for free unless you have a way to we'll contest that.
Wait, what? What's his fireball unblock?
So if he hits you with fireball, point blank is -23.
Right.
But if he were to hit you with it, and let's say it hit you with the move 23 frames after it came out, so let's say frame 40, it will be 0 block. Meaning you can act on the same frame he can start acting after fireball. If it hits you with a move on frame 50 instead, it's now plus 10 a block because you're shielding it 10 frame, and like he could have already acted like while you're shielding. Oh, I guess not technically plus 10 a block, but the point is you'll be blocking it, and he can act while you're blocking it and like grab you, for example, pressure you, and that's why projectiles are really good when they're kind of like a Mario Fireball, Pikachu Fireball, when they could just act while you're stuck blocking it. Same as charge shot's another example of this actually. If she charge shots your shield and it's decently charged, where is it? It even says here it can be like +4 on block when it's uncharged. It's fully charged, it's only -2 in the first place, up close. Even a little bit of distance, and it's plus on your block now, meaning she can like charge shot you and dash attack you, and you can't press a button, or you do get hit by dash attack.
Right, because they're able to move like while it's active. Very fast.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, that's so good to have something like that.
It's actually, it's the biggest reason, in my opinion, projectiles are so strong in this game, is because so many of them let you act while the opponent's shielding the move.
Right. But with like Palutena, she can't really do that. But Explosive Flame is only -2.
Exactly, and if we talk about how, so when we talk about forward air, that was -3 and it was really safe, right? So Explosive Flame, it's -2, it has the same mix-up, so it's effectively just as safe.
Right.
I mean, I've done it to you all the time, like, Explosive Flame in your face and spot dodge, and if you try punishing it, I just hit you.
Yeah, I've been doing that a lot too. That's really good.
Yep.
But if you hit it at like a distance, and they shield it, should I just like keep pressuring with projectiles since it's so safe? Or
You can, yeah. You shouldn't always do that. You want to mix up, but yeah, you can definitely just do Explosive Flame, and then you should be, and it's hard for people to deal with that.
Right.
I think the bigger takeaway is with something like that is when someone has to block the Explosive Flame, you don't have to shield. You don't have to do any defensive option. Like your offense is basically still going there.
So, what would you recommend like going for if they shield it?
I mean, I think you said it yourself. Like auto reticle is good. A lot of times I find myself doing that, and then I dash up to them and see what they're gonna do, and like dash back out, and then try to like maybe jump over and fair them or dash attack them. Sometimes I just do Explosive Flame and jump at them with a forward air. It really depends. I try and mix up a lot of options though, because you don't want to get predictable.
Right. Yeah, I guess that would make sense. Like dashing up to them and see what they do would probably be a good option because like some people might not realize how safe that is.
Exactly. Exactly. All right, I think that answers. Any other questions about frame data when it comes to on shield stuff?
No, I think you explained that pretty well.
All right, and thanks for letting me use this to record for a video. Could actually be pretty effective, I think.
Yeah, no problem. No.
All right, cool.
You get something out of it. I get something out of it.